Hello everyone, peace be upon you all. Welcome to the fourth stream where we read on linguistics and introduction. We have stopped at vowels. We are going to continue, have learned about the different types of consonants and that there are. Let's revise because I have forgotten somewhat. These are the organs that we use to speak, the vocal tract. Then we have consonants with places of articulation and manners of articulation. The places of articulation, I believe, were 7. 1. Labial or labiodental. The labiodental like F and V. Then we have dental like teeth 3 and this. The tongue touches the teeth, not the lip, as opposed to labiodental. And we've got the alveolar. We've got also antedentals. The N and D in French are apparently they are dentals or not. They are dentals? I guess they would be dentals. In some languages, dental sounds are made not with the tip of the tongue against the teeth, but the blade of the tongue. That's strange. How would we do that? Guess we roll the tongue downwards, roll it downwards and touch the teeth with the blade. The blade is this part. Okay, then we've got alveolars and post-alveolars or retroflex. Then we've got palatals, shingle. Sounds made with the contact between the tongue and the palate are called palatals or palatals. If this is in the front part of the palate, immediately behind the alveolar ridge, the sounds and alveopalatal, the English words shingle, jungle, child, begin with an alveopalatals. For the first phones of the Hungarian words nyak and gufa, Nyak, 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 kufa. The contact is a little further back, and these fins are palatal. Nyak, like this. Nyak. Then we've got velar sounds like k and g, and then uvular like r, and I believe ch and r. Pharyngular like ha and a and ra. No, ra no. A and ha. Then we've got glottal sounds. Hill in the glottal stop. Manners of articulation, we've got the stops, and we've got the aspiration, and this stop could be released or unreleased. Then we've got nasals, fricatives, affricates. Affricates combining a stop and a fricative, like church or jungle. And we've got laterals like L. Then we got rotex, glides. Then we've got vowels. It's difficult to memorize all this. Vowels are speech sounds produced without interruption to the passage of air through the vocal tract. The vocal tract is used as a resonating chamber for an airstream vibrating from the action of the vocal folds. And as this suggests, vowels are normally voiced in all languages. The cavities above the glottis act rather like an organ pipe or the chamber of a wind instrument, except that it has a characteristic right-angled bend between the vertical pharynx and the horizontal oral cavity. The shape of the cavities can be modified by positioning and shaping the tongue in different ways. Which has an effect comparable to directing the airstream in an organ with different sized pipes. The position of the high point of the tongue. What is the high point of the tongue? During the production of a vowel effectively defines the size and shape of the two resonating chambers. Oh, how we raise it, how we raise the tongue. So the high point is the point which is the highest when the tongue is raised towards the roof of the mouth. Defines the size and shape of the two resonating chambers, and thus the quality of the vowel. If the high point is high up and towards the front of the mouth, if it's towards the front of the mouth, you get vowel sounds like the one usually written E in English, like beat, as in beat, or the one written E in bit. Beat, beat, bit. These vowels are called high front vowels. If instead the high point of the tongue is high up and towards the back of the oral cavity, you get a vowel like the one written in put. Put, put, ooh. I notice how it is high and back. It's almost touching the roof, but at the back. These are high back vowels. For high vowels, the body of the tongue is raised above its neutral or rest position. If the body of the tongue rests at a relatively neutral height, as for the vowel bed, we have a mid vowel, bed, bed. Lowering the body of the tongue results in a low vowel, such as the vowel fat, fat, fat. The front to back dimension is also usually divided into three: front with the high point relatively front, back with the high point towards the back, and central with the high point in between in the central region. Table 2.2 shows the vowels of BBC English, the variety used by national newscasters in Britain, with the IPA symbols and illustrative examples. Beat, bit, boot, put, bed, bed, the, the, I think they want the, not the. The, bird, bird, ought, caught, low, like bat, caught, bod. Okay. Other dialects of English have slightly different ranges of vowels. General American English, for instance, the variety used by many national broadcasters in the USA, lacks the low back unrounded vowel. Low back unrounded vowel. Low like father, I think. Father. Fa. And has the symbol instead of the symbol. There are also minor differences in the qualities of the vowels, due partly. Are these found in the table? No, it is not found in the table. Why is he bringing symbols that we don't know? There are also minor differences in the qualities of the vowels due partly to differences in the positioning of the high point of the tongue. New Zealand English has the high central vowel of the E of other dialects. This vowel, though not common, is found in various other languages, including Amharic, which is an Afro-Asiatic language found in Ethiopia, and Nimboran, a Papuan language found in West Papua. High and mid-back vowels are usually mid-back, high-back, are usually accompanied by lip rounding, and so are called rounded vowels. High and mid front vowels are usually produced with spreading the lips, while low vowels are usually produced with the lips in a neutral position. Front, high, mid, low are usually produced with lips in neutral position. Okay. These correlations are imperfect. Some languages have high and or mid front vowels. Some languages have high and or mid front vowels. Eat, like this. Eat, 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 eat. Beat, 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 beat. Danish has 3 rounded front vowels. High front rounded, high front rounded, e, it's difficult. Foo, 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 and mid-low rounded. It's difficult to pronounce such positions when you're not used to them, when you have never heard them either. These have the same tongue positions as the 3 non-low front vowels, respectively. Okay, fewer languages have high and or mid-back unrounded vowels, but Vietnamese, which is a Hmong Khmer language found in Vietnam, has 3 unrounded back vowels. Ah, which have the same heights as the rounded oo. O, 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 O. The velum can be lowered during the production of a vowel. Allowing air to pass through the nasal cavity. This gives a nasal vowel. We have already seen the vowels in English can be nasal before a nasal consonant, like man. French has nasal vowels, as in long, 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 which means slow. Some additional features. Section 4. Some additional features. The previous section presented an overview of the basic types of speech sounds found in the world's languages. In this section, we mention a few additional important features of the phonetics of human languages. Airstream mechanisms. In addition to the pulmonic airstream, two other airstreams are used for the articulation of speech sounds: glottalic and velaric. A number of languages of Africa, India, and the Americas, not Asia, so with the exclusion of Asia, and Australia, employ a glottalic airstream in the production of some, never all, phones. This airstream is created by closing the vocal folds and raising or lowering the larynx, while a closure, complete or partial, is made somewhere in the oral cavity. How? I'm trying. Closing the vocal folds, and raising or lowering the larynx. Like this. I get it. It sounds weird. Ejectives are produced on an egressive outgoing glottal airstream, formed by raising the larynx so as to compress the air behind the oral closure. This closure is released while the glottal closure remains. I'm trying to comprehend. Ejectives are produced on an egressive outgoing glottalic airstream formed by raising the larynx. I'm tired. it's difficult. So, what's the difference between lowering and raising the larynx? Formed by raising the larynx so as to compress the air behind the oral closure. This closure is released while the glottal closure remains, resulting in a popping sound. Like this. No, this is implosive. I get it now after trying it multiple times. Like this. No, this is whistling. This sounds nice. This whistle. Okay, anyway. Resulting in a popping sound. About a fifth of world's languages have ejectives. Wow. Quechua, which is a Quechuan language found in Peru, has 3 with alveopalatal velar and uvular places of articulation. K, ka, ch. This is ch, right? Ch. Yes, this is ch. I can't do it. Chaka. This is pronounced normally. Chaka. 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 Let me wear the headphones and let's search. Oh, never mind. And Kujuri, to twist, os, and kayu, tomato sauce. Implosives are produced by pulling the larynx downwards during oral closure and releasing the oral closure, resulting in an audible inrush of air. Only about 10% of the world's languages have implosives. That's still too much. Sindhi, which is an Indo-European language found in India, has bilabial, as in Benny, field, retroflex, as in Dinu, festival, palatal, as in fetu, illiterate, and vila, as in handle. Implosives in addition to ejectives. This is not found in Arabic or English or French, so I have no idea how to pronounce it. Oh, sorry. I've hit the desk. Velaric, the tutting sound, written is in English. In English, involves an increase of velaric airstream. It is produced by forming closures around the tip of the tongue and the alveolar ridge, and the back of the tongue and the velum or uvula. Keeping these closures in place while the body of the tongue is drawn downwards, rarefying the enclosed air, then the contact between the tip and the tip of the tongue and the alveolar ridge is released, with the result that air is drawn into the mouth. The kissing sound is made in the same manner, except that that front closure is at the lips. These sounds are called clicks. The so-called Quoisan languages, and so, why so called? Aren't they called so? And some neighboring Bantu languages of Southeast Africa employ the velaric airstream in speech sounds. Zu, Da, Tu, Botswana is a two language found in Botswana and Namibia as bilabial. Dental, alveolar, lateral, and palatal clicks, along with a number of accompaniment including voicing, nasality, aspiration, ejection, and so on. That's very complicated. The 5 clicks without accompaniments are illustrated in 1. Yawn, sleep, a type of shrub. Ow, remain. I, 3, return, go back home. Okay. Let's stop here and learn about co-articulation later on. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. I'm going to sleep at at 6 a.m. nearly 7 a.m. Goodbye.